24 hours from right now, many of you will be heading home from the Sports Barn East as another successful turkey trot goes into the books. If you haven't made your reservations yet, or maybe you're looking for why should I go out there, here's two good reasons. Here's two good guys with a lot of good reasons why to do that. Our buddy Scott Chase is here from KZ106. Scott, good to see you as always, my friend. I get to see Don Bowman from the Sports Barn a whole lot less frequently, but Don, equally as good to see you.
Good to see you.
Guys, good morning to you both. Happy anniversary to the Sports Barn. First of all, getting ready to turn 43 years old.
How about that?
It's been that long.
Wow.
Same group for that many years. That's unheard of.
Pretty impressive.
Thank you.
For what, 31 of those years, you guys have been hosting the Turkey Trot each and every year.
Exactly.
From the Sports Barn perspective, why do you keep going back to the Turkey Trot?
Well, it's a good charity event. I mean, it's one that we try to stay with somebody local always, and it has worked real well because the athleticism of the race itself ties in perfectly with us.
Right. And Scott, sort of the same question to you. I know you and I were out there for the very first Turkey Trot together. That was 31 years ago, and I remember it just being bare blank cold. It was so cold.
Blistering cold.
You and I were looking at each other thinking, what are we doing here? But wow, 31 years later, I'm not sure you missed any of this.
I have missed. My son was in Virginia for a couple of years, and I went and had Thanksgiving with him. Otherwise, I've been to every one.
Every year.
Every year.
COVID
Yeah, it's been-
last year.
And the weather over and over and over. Blistering cold sometimes very moderate.
Yeah.
It's been rainy sometimes. That period of time. What's interesting to me, and Don and I have talked about this, and probably you and I have too. I've watched so many families grow. First of all, couples that had gotten together, they got married, had kids. Now their kids are 6, 8, 10, 12. Now they're running with them or walking and doing the kitty cake.
Yeah.
And bringing grandkids.
Yeah,
Actually, it goes back that far.
I've seen that. I've seen that happen a couple of times, and it's like, wow, the time does fly.
Some of the people you don't run into except that one time a year.
One time a year, but it's just like you pick up where you left off. I mean, it's like you saw them last week, and yet it's been a whole year. And one thing that, to me, that's so amazing about the Turkey Trot, the infectious enthusiasm. You see everybody out there, and as you were mentioning, in many cases, they may not have seen another runner for a year, yet it's just like they saw him last week.
It is, and some that would have run the race maybe at one point, maybe aren't running this year, maybe they're going to do the walk, maybe they'll do the kitty cake. So it's a little something for everybody at the Turkey Trot. And you're right, there's a camaraderie, I think, that comes from getting together, get a little exercise before you go to Grandma's house or go home and have that big turkey and pour on those calories. Nice to be able to burn a couple of calories off.
You're absolutely
And that's
right.
the Chattanooga Track Club also. So it's a track club that hosts with us, and there's a lot of people that repeat and are looking forward for this race. There are also people that come back, they haven't been there for 10 and 20 years. And it's like a big anniversary. It's like a big family reunion.
It is.
It really is.
Exactly
The enthusiasm that you mentioned.
How many guys, gals, participants overall are you looking for this year?
Probably between 1,300 and 1,400 this year.
Wow. And that's a lot of people to orchestrate, to get them registered, signed up, get their T-shirts on, and get them in place for the starting lineup, which is at what time?
You just asked me a good question. First race is 7. Be there at 7 o'clock for the first race.
All right. And I know, Scott, you've had your family out there over the years. You keep going back to the Sports Barn, and this all goes to benefit a very worthy cause. It's certainly close to all of our hearts, the Kidney Foundation.
It does. It's one of the things why we have the license. We talk about it all the time, to serve in the public interest and to give back to the community. This happens to be, of course, the Sports Barn. What an iconic part of Chattanooga history, and the fact that KZ106 can be involved, and our other stations in the building. Our New Country 107.9, where I'm doing middays now.
Yeah, you are. Busy man.
And Talk Radio 102.3. So that's what we're all about, is giving back and supporting great causes and good times. And this is
there are good times. Is it too late to sign up?
No, it is not. They can still sign up today and right before the race also, but just to avoid the bottleneck, we would like for them to come by today. From 9 o'clock till 6 today, they can come by and register at Lee Highway Sports Barn.
So you need to register at Lee Highway, not downtown.
Right, at Lee Highway, not downtown.
All right.
At Lee Highway.
What is your function out there tomorrow morning?
Just to hang out, shake hands.
Sure.
I'm not running. I have run, I have walked, I've skipped. Sometimes
and tripped, but that's a whole different story. So you're not actually going to be running in the race. I have seen you out there.
I have run many times. Yeah, I'm going to MC the event, give away and give the times and the awards at the end.
Sure. And again, it's one of these situations where you get out there early, you get home, you can be home by this time tomorrow, which is just a really cool thing. So hats off to you and the Sports Barn team, Don, for doing all that you do. Scott, hats off to you and the entire Cumulus family over on Pineville Road. Very quickly, we only have about 30 seconds left. Do we hear Alice's Restaurant tomorrow afternoon?
12 noon.
12 noon.
12 noon.
That's also a Chattanooga tradition.
It is.
Alice's Restaurant at 12 noon tomorrow on KZ 106. Sports Barn tomorrow morning. Make sure and check it out. Say hi to Don while you're there. Say hi to Scott while you're there, and enjoy the race. All right, guys. Hope both of you have a very, very happy Thanksgiving. Got to run. We'll see you back here, and we'll talk more about the forecast for tomorrow morning. I promise it's going to be dry. And it won't be as cold, so there's two good things. We got to run. Make it a safe and wonderful rest of the day. We hope you'll join us here for News 12 Now at noon, and again tomorrow morning at the Sports Barn. We'll see you then.